Welcome everybody to the Get Bit Podcast, the podcast for blurs, for nerds. If you have a fandom, you are most certainly welcome here. We are your hosts of the most, Spartan, Showa Guy Joe, Tafari TV. Fellas, it's officially Friday. 'Tis the weekend. How we feeling?
I'm wondering how much shorter you're going to make your name. We went from Black Spartan 316 to Black Spartan to Spartan. Are we just going to go to Spa, Tan, or R at some point?
All of them are trademark and can't take him. Unfortunately, I like Spartan, but unfortunately the rest of them are taken. But yes, but how we doing, fellas? Because I know I'm happy. I'm happy to be here and off work and in my happy place. But what about y'all?
Battlefield beta is fun if you can get in and it's not chaotic. Although it's an EA game, so half the time I can't tell if it's the server itself or my internet acting up because we are doing construction in the neighborhood again, which means somebody probably cut a wire they shouldn't. So I'm rubber banding regardless.
Although it's EA, so if there's one thing they're good at, let you know that you're due on bills. But anyway, Joe, what about you?
Do you hear 6-year-olds trying to curse?
I was in a Latin lobby before we started the stream, so no.
Okay, well then it's your internet.
Oh, Lord.
Now my eye function, today is my Saturday, so I'm good.
Good and relax. Good and relax is always a great thing. But as you can see, guys, we are a little bit on the leveled up side, so we do try to watch our language, but words do fly. At the same time, we do show trailers of video games and movies here that might be too intense for younger viewers. So viewer discretion is advised. Aside from that, welcome. Outside of that, guys, Evo just passed, and in typical Evo fashion, we got news near the end. A couple of announcements as far as new characters and releases go. This one we're going to start with Tekken 8 because, again, this should be no surprise. We knew he was bound to show up eventually. Who am I talking about? Armor King. But that's not the only surprise that we got from this trailer, but just stick around to the end. But pretty much, here's the king.
Now, let the world hear it! Shout his name! Thirsting for revenge, the jet black villain returns to the ring! Get ready for the next battle! Tekken 8! New challenger! Armor King!
I'll show you just how scary boxing can be.
Jesus.
Samnyasu? Tisak-tit-tit-tit?
All right. So that was the trailer for Armor King's Tekken 8. As you can see, there was also the introduction of the next character. And I'm going to, how does the name pronounce, Joe? Because you're better pronunciation than I am.
I'm gonna guess Mayari Zo.
From Madagascar. So she is going to be the next one up. I believe they had her set for, give me 1 second. Yeah, they had her
Winter.
set for winter. So we're going to get Armor King very soon. Early access October 13th, but for everybody else, it's October 16th. Again, not too far off from now. There was some slight controversy with this new character.
I was gonna say, is this the one that Harada was going back and forth with somebody about like the age and the look?
Pretty
Well,
much.
actually, Harada did tweet recently that some of the characters had a issue. I sent you that tweet.
Yeah, I got it. Give me a second.
But the issue we're talking about is not that. The issue, as usual, is the community immediately sees Africa and does not understand that Africa is a large continent with a varying amount of people, a varying age and skin color. So-
Okay.
So when they, so go ahead, Joe. I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, that's pretty much it. Just like everyone assumes Africa black as night, not accounting for every other variation of black person that exists.
Which was initially the first issue that some in the gaming community had during the first of that. This other one though is trying to fix about character proportions. Again, I give Harada credit. He is trying to do what James Gunn does for the Dark Place in Twitter. He tries to address gamer issues and concerns as fast as humanly possible. So want to give the man credit. He's trying. That being said, there were some issues about character proportions, as you can see here, that they're trying to fix the asymmetrical problems. So just like you see here with Asuka, it's just trying to make it more realistic is what he's getting at. So they're hoping that it gets fixed in the next patch. But again, I'm not nitpicking because, again, bugs happen. Being in the IT world, bugs will happen. This is nitpicking at least, but at the same time, he's trying to correct it. But what are you gonna say, Joe?
Oh, I was gonna say, especially people were very mad about Asuka because Asuka is kind of akin to Mai Shiranui for reasons.
Mm-hmm.
It has been for a while, but the new update made her Made her less my.
Yeah. But that's the reason. Like again, we're trying to make this we're trying to, like I said, get a bit of fun place. It's just that with gamers, some do take it too far. Look, again, there's diversity in many other countries. Africa's not just all black people. I mean, there are other ones out there, but at the same time, fellas, it's not that deep. Just going on with that. But
Especially considering Madagascar is a mixture of Asian and African descent, majoritively.
yep,
So you're going to get everything under the sun.
you're basically getting the melting.
The African is also like a not bizarre, but a unique blend of like India, Middle Eastern mixed with African also.
But you're getting it. Well, basically, you're getting a diverse melting pot is what you're getting. So that's what it all comes down to. But again, it's not that deep. Also from Evo, we did get another clip from the new Virtual Fighter project. Dear Virtual Fighter project, could you please give us a longer trailer? And what I mean by that, y'all, is that this won't take very long.
Ready, go!
Okay.
See, I told you it wasn't very long. But that's what they showed at Evo 2025. That was their first look at combat. And I'm just going to let this thing play and just be on the solid side. We will get more information at Tokyo Game Show, which is not too far off from now. But overall, again, Virtua Fighter, I'm looking forward to this. I like the fact that we're seeing more of it. Again, if you never played Virtua Fighter, it is probably the most, I won't say pure combat because there's counters, there's dodges, and there's attacks. But it's hard hits, almost like DOA. But again, this is pretty much what we're getting right now. Of course, I am not complaining if they're really working on the fight mechanics, and this is what we're getting. I can't wait to see a full-fledged, really a lot more in-depth video outside of showing us the fight mechanics. But hey, not complaining because right now the movement looks smooth, the hits look bone-crushing, especially that one where old boy lost a tooth. But as you see right there, I do like the fact it's all fluid motion, and I cannot tell you what engine it's running on right now, but it looks smooth. I got no complaints except for, again, Sega, could you guys give us like a longer trailer or other characters? I mean, I'm not complaining, but I can only assume we're going to get a bigger view of this at the Tokyo Game Show this year. But fellas, what do y'all think?
I'm guessing this is their training stage or the practice stage.
Yeah, probably.
I'm also curious if every finisher or the end of every fight is going to be a cinematic, or that what's all just flair for what all was just Evo flair.
That's what makes me think, because Evo is the place where you want to get it, where you want to garnish attention, and if you want to put eyes on your project, that would be it. But Joe, what about you?
I mean, the trailer does confirm Sarah Bryant, so now we know Wolfgang and Sarah Bryant and Hobo Akira is in the game. So
Yeah.
Unless this is an Akira and this is like his master or something. Solid tech demo. I could spot it a couple of times where the collision wasn't quite there.
Uh-huh.
But other than that, looks good. Looks nice. Virtual Fighter's still a thinking man's game because you only have strike, kick, guard, and throw.
Yep.
Actually, I don't even think you have kick. I think it's just strike.
Yeah, you got kick.
Garden,
You have kick.
punch, throw, garden, punch, kick, garden, throw. Yeah,
Yeah, you're right.
Throw.
That's all
Big
you got.
game.
But no, like I said, as a person that loves fighting games, and I keep hoping for another Killer Instinct, or I keep hoping for another integration of fighting games long gone. I welcome this with open arms. But like I said, Tokyo Game Show, which I think I gotta look that up. When does that occur? I want to say winter, but I could be wrong because I know we're in August now. So unless it's October, November, am I wrong about that, Joe?
End of September.
Okay, so we're not too far off. So yeah, end of September is where we're gonna hopefully see more information on that. But
so back because we forgot to talk about, is Armor King actually like a canon character, or did they just make that
Yes.
up for?
Okay.
So one of the Armor Kings was Marduk because he was just doing it as a favor to King. Original Armor King trained this current king, and then he died to Ogre. We do not know who this Armor King is, though.
Right.
Okay.
It could be Tajiri, but Tajiri's a very small Japanese man, but he's got the poison mist down. So
I mean, poison mist down to a T. I was like Eltimo Dragon and Tafara and not Tafara. I almost said your name, Tafara. I was thinking of the wrong wrestler. Oh, I was thinking of the wrong
Tajiri?
wrestler. Thank you, Tajiri. I was thinking of him.
Because Asuka was using poison mist when she was a heel.
Yep, and when she was Kana, I forgot. You're exactly right. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see Armor King. Like I said, I was an Armor King fan. I never mastered him to the point to where you can just disrespect somebody from linking 8 moves together. I have never mastered that, but was always a fan of people that can do it. But it's gonna be interesting with him in Tekken 8. Although again, Mr. Harada, you don't gotta give us Waffle House. Give us Huddle House with different colors. We'd still be happy. That's all I'm saying. You don't got to do the yellow and black, but we'll know what you mean if you do that stage. But
come on, the easier name would be Heihachi's Hotcakes.
Hopefully it's not trademarked. You might have gave them an idea. You might have gave them an idea. I hope it's not trademarked. But Street Fighter 6 also has a trailer as well. We actually got to see our teaser trailer for Viper. And if you haven't seen it, here it is.
That's the leader of the organization known as Shadaloo. His name is Bison. This is simulation data based on his battle prowess. But, as a research director, I'll have to test what this thing is capable of. Out of all the data obtained by Siren, this one's the most dangerous. We should be able to fight against it. Let's boot it up. Begin test. Nice work. Ugh, I hate doing overtime.
All right, so that was the trailer for Sea Viper. Well, the teaser trailer, I should say. She will be coming to Street Fighter this autumn. I like the look. I'm not gonna lie, I like the look. I can't really mind. I'm gonna say as far as her fighting, I've never fought with her. Joe, have you ever fought with Viper? Tabara, have you ever fought with Viper in Street Fighter?
No, this is my first time hearing of her.
Yep, I used her a little bit in Street Fighter 4, where she was. She only really had like 3 moves. Hopefully, this means they changed her playstyle a little bit, and she's like a mobile grappler like Laura. Not, I'll still give her a shot. She'll be like the first new character I've bought since Mai. I mean, I dig her redesign. I like the fact that she is very similar to Vanessa from
Yeah.
King of Fighters,
Yeah.
where she is like a legit businesswoman who with a family at home, and this is just her job.
Yeah, I can see that. But that's going to be interesting come autumn to see exactly where she falls, because we know there's going to be a fight scene with her in it. But yeah, still should be pretty cool. Also, this was actually a surprise as well from Guilty Gear Strive that they're actually getting another playable character, and it's Lucy from Edge Runners. And if you haven't seen Edge Runners, again, available on Netflix, highly recommend you should watch it. Kind of gives a different story of a different person in Night City. But again, if you still play Night City, if you're like me and Joe, you constantly play Night City. But Lucy is one of the characters from Edge Runners, and she's the newest character in Guilty Gear Strive. And here's her trailer.
Mankind knew that Pizza takes
This is some seriously odd shit. Encrypted, huh? Like
So she
that.
got monowire.
Memory's fuzzy, friend. As if corrupted somehow. Makes no sense. Need to run manual diagnostics, file at a time if I got it. And hacking a
And she's got the setup.
Yeah, that happened. On my side, was deep in the net. That I know. Looking for something, I suppose. Yes, I got sloppy. Or I got popped by a rogue AI. Either way, not my finest hour. He was so close. Just out of reach. Why's my heart pounding? Who is he? Someone I care for and lost? Forgot? What if I let it happen all over again? I need to find him.
Oh, well, Lizzie Wizzy is playing in the background.
I'll be honest, that's pretty freaking cool. But as you can see, guys, that was the Lucy trailer for Guilty Gear Strive. Lucy again from Edge Runners. As you can see, they are including really a lot of Cyberpunk 2077 into this, as well as her hacking abilities. I was trying to get to where it actually showed the screen, but I might have blown right past it. But I'm liking the fact they are keeping the whips involved, that she does, there we go, that she does actually got the abilities. As again, if you
Conclusion.
right,
That's an actual thing.
energy siphon, algorithm
That's
malfunction.
not a thing. That's not a thing.
Right.
Resistance glitches in the thing. Pass by is not a thing. So they are just renamed from some of the stuff, with the exception of Contagion.
Yeah. So it is pretty cool that they are including these things. Like I said, for her, I guess for her fighting style, because well, she is a net runner. But no, I'm digging this. I really do like what they did with her character. It almost makes you do want to fight with her. But if you are interested in obtaining Lucy, she does become available August 21st. And it's also for, let's see, available for players who own Season Pass 4 after applying the update patch. So, again, she is a Season 4 DLC character. It looks like there were several others as well that are still available. Queen Dizzy, Venom, and Unica. I'm going to be honest, I am so behind on Guilty Gear Strive, but I'm definitely going to get back into it. But fellas, what do we think?
Ed Runners has a season 2 coming out, right?
Yeah, no story.
I need to go ahead and watch the first one finally then, I guess.
Yeah, because it's going to be a new story following a new character.
Okay.
Wait, do you mean the new season for Guilty Gear anime or new season for Cyberpunk Edge Runners?
Edge
New
Runners.
season
I
for
didn't
Edge
even know.
Runners.
I didn't know Guilty Gear had a show too.
Yeah,
Yep.
Guilty Gear shows where Queen Dizzy and Unica comes from.
Yep.
Okay.
And I found that out today on Crunchyroll, and I just added it to my watch list. I haven't had a chance to watch it yet. But as far as Edge Runners, it will have a new season, new character, basically somebody new in Night City. But for everybody else, she will be available come 12 days from now. 2 weeks. 2 weeks from now, in August. But I'm liking it. Like I said, I gotta give Guilty Gear more credit because I keep talking about fighting games, and between that and Blaze Blue, I still need to go back and really, really deep dive into those games. But still, I can't lie. I just love the way her character was set up. I really do. But speaking of setups, I know Tafari did mention Battlefield 6. I'm still hoping to get in. Again, guys, the beta is, I'm going to say this right now. You can get the beta available on PS5 because I have it on PS5. Tafari has it on PS5. You can get the beta. You can download it. But in typical fashion, because it's an open beta, get used to waiting. Like right now, my PS5 is on. I have yet to get into a battle since I downloaded it at 1 o'clock this afternoon. That's saying a lot.
Yeah,
So,
I've had to just close the app and then go back in because if you get to the infinite loading screen, it's just not going to take you out. So
right.
you've been sitting there for a few minutes and it doesn't say like matching or looking or loading percent. Just turn the whole thing off, start back over. The matches I have gotten in were fun. They were chaotically fun.
Okay, because I was going to ask your opinion about that because I know we talked about the campaign trailer. We talked about the multiplayer trailer last week. They all look crazy. It looked like they just took Battlefield 3 and updated, which again, Battlefield 3 was the most stable platform out of all of them. But like I said, if you've had the ability to play Battlefield 6, let us know. If not, if you cannot get in this open beta this weekend, the next weekend after that will be the next beta. So don't uninstall. Please don't uninstall. If you're not able to get in this week, you will hopefully be able to get in next weekend because, again, they are doing 2 rounds of betas. But like Tafari said, if you find yourself in a loop, log out, go back in. Eventually, everybody's going to get back in. I don't think they expected everybody to jump off. Let me not say that. I don't think they expected everybody to jump off Call of Duty and get in Battlefield 6. But if you ever want to play Call of Duty, right now is not a bad time. That's all I'm saying if everybody's on Battlefield 6. But with that also being said, we do have a couple of video game trailers. This one actually has a release date trailer. I actually played the demo for this a little bit earlier today. Metal Eden. If you have not heard of Metal Eden, we're going to play the trailer first, and then I'm going to give an idea. Joe, did you get a chance to play the trailer, play the demo?
No.
Okay. So, Tafari, have you played it or heard of it?
No, this is completely new to me.
Okay. So let me play the trailer first, and then we'll deep dive into it.
Mobius is sick now. It corrupted the other engineers. I warned them of the erosion.
Couldn't you help it?
They didn't see it until it was too late. Maybe by wanting more than we need, we brought darkness into this world. It's time we drop these inferior shells. Release ourselves from the chains that bind us.
I remember you. What you did.
They messed up your mind. Don't let them keep doing it, Asuka. We can make things right.
I'm afraid your time is up.
Show me that you are better than that. I'll bring it to whatever end.
I will protect the citizens. From you.
Let's shine together. Let's go!
right, so that was the trailer for Metal Eden. As you can see, you can wishlist now. There is a demo for it on PS5, which I downloaded and played a little bit earlier today. Really, my opinions, it's not bad. It does play like Ghost Runner. Now, if you play Ghost Runner, it has the same principle, except instead of a blade, instead of melee, you do have shooting and jumping and dodging, and it's all freeform. Now, again, if you are used to Ghost Runner, you're going to love it. If you're not used to it, there is a little bit of a learning curve. At the same time, with the demo, and I'm just going to go and say this now, there is some audio bugs, aiming issues, which I know that I'll probably be fixed in the final product. But honestly, after playing for a few hours, because the demo is fairly long, you get about 4 or 5 missions to really play. I do like where the story is, where you're basically a rogue AI is basically fighting against multiple AIs. And I'm not going to go too far deep into it because I don't want to spoil exactly the main character that you play. But I would honestly give this a shot once it comes out. But from you guys, I know from Joe and Tafara, you guys watching the trailer, what did you guys think of it?
It's very much giving me like a more futuristic version of Doom, but almost cinematically, story-wise, it's looking a little Metroid Prime-esque, or just with a little bit more serious tone. It looks like it's fun though.
Oh, it definitely is. Like I said, I just can't go too much into it because I want to spoil it. But Joe, what do you think?
Is it a hero shooter? Is it a multiplayer shooter? What?
Hero shooter.
Oh, well then hard pass.
Yeah, it's a hero shooter. Because like I said, it's like the best way I could put it, it's like if Ghost Runner and Doom had a baby. Because you get a crap load of weapons at the same time. Like I said, with Ghost Runner, it's that free form. Like a lot of people don't like fluid games, I guess that makes sense. Like it's all motion based, so if your eyes can't keep up with it, it's like your reaction time slower. Like I said, it's kind of like Ghost Runner. It takes a while to get used to, but it is fun to play. But I'll leave it at that. But moving right along, before we get into Kamen Rider and again also WWE and the fact of what they're trying to do to us as subscribers, we do got a couple of things from Nintendo's Indie World Showcase that did happen this week. There were a lot of trailers for indie games. 2 of them that stuck out that got me and Joe's attention. I'll start with the first one. This one is called Mina the Hollower. Joe, any background you want to give on this, or should we go ahead and play the trailer?
I think the trailer pretty much tells itself. I just know it's made by people who made Hollow Knight, and this is kind of like their Legend of Zelda.
Cool. All right. For everybody else, here's the trailer for Mina the Hollower. All right. So that was the trailer for Mina the Hollower. As you can see, comes out on Halloween, October 31st for the Nintendo Switch, the Nintendo Switch 2. Looks pretty cool. Definitely does give me Legend of Zelda, Castlevania vibes, but I'd give it a shot.
Kind of reminds me of, more Zelda with the adventuring, but the art and the character reminds me of, what was the one where there was like a dog in a night costume that was out for like the Sega? And then they made like 2 sequels.
Rocket Knight Adventures?
Was it? And then they made like 2 sequels that didn't make any sense because they went in like 2 different directions, and it came out.
I think it's Rocket Knight.
I think you're talking Rocket Knight.
Let me see.
I want to say Rocket Knight Adventures because you said a dog. You said a dog in a helmet.
It was Rocket Knight. Yeah, Rocket Knight. It's giving semi-Rocket Knight vibes with the more old school Zelda type of 2D pixelated adventure.
Yep. But it definitely does look fun. But Joe, anything else you want to add to it?
No, I look forward to playing it.
Sweet. I mean, I looked at it too. I was like, when I first saw the trailer, I'm like, oh, this thing looks, it does look really cool. I'm actually digging that. But yeah, comes out October 31st on Nintendo Switch, Switch 2. The other game that we do got is called Well Dweller. This one caught my attention just because of the artwork. It does kind of give, again, in the same area as Shovel Knight, Hollow Knight, but it's different. Kind of gave me a Souls. It kind of gave me a Midnight After kind of feel to it. But I'm let the trailer speak for itself. This is Well Dweller, a Well Dweller. I've got to learn to pronunciate.
At the bottom of this well lives the only creature brave enough to kill the queen.
All right. So that was the trailer. That was the trailer for Well Dweller. As you can see, guys, coming out next year on 2026. Again, this kind of gives me Cuphead. It gives me that Midnight After kind of feel to it. Of course, again, I can't knock it. It just really got me. But what do you guys think?
If anybody's ever played Dust and Elysian Tale, it's very much giving me that, just with a different story and but similar kind of vibe.
Yeah, I just dig it. I just dig it. That artwork is what got me the most. But the gameplay does look great. But Joe, what about you?
I mean, I'll give it a shot. It reminds me of the more side-scrolling version of another little crow game where you got to kill things till death or something.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, sounds familiar.
Yeah,
But-
it looks cool. I would give it a shot. I'm still a bit more interested in the Hollower, but that's just me.
Both of them got my attention. The one time I could sit there and say that in Indie World, I actually have two games I actually want to look forward to. But again, more than other games out there in Indie World that did cover, it was almost 20. It was almost a 20-minute presentation. But like I said, not knocking the other games. Those were just the ones that caught our attention. But Capcom Fighting Collection, they have a title update trailer, and this one's actually pretty cool because of what everything they're giving you, and it's free. But if you haven't seen it, here's the update for Capcom's Fighting Collection 2.
Yeah, come on. Everybody come alive real quick. Battle of the strong, survival of the fit. Take your best shot.
Here comes a new challenger.
honestly think that was actually a free update.
Oh,
And
so this is all for the Capcom. Wait, did they already? When did there's already a second fighting collection?
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember because the last one I remember was the Marvel vs. Capcom. So I forgot we were already on the second one of the original fighting.
Yeah, because the second one, I'm sorry, go ahead, Joe.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say for the second fighting 2 has Power Stone in it. Has Power
Right.
And
Which has Rival Schools 2, Project Justice, Power Stone 1, Power Stone 2, Plasma Blade 2, Brillstein's Nightmare, and Capcom vs. SNK 2.
Right.
EO or Match Millennium.
And at the same time, the original one that had Darkstalkers, that had Street Fighter, that had I'm trying not to remember all of them, but the point is you are getting a lot more tracks, artwork, and characters being unlocked. I know some people kind of made some digs about unlocking certain characters in Street Fighter EX, but again, these are free updates. I will say one thing about Capcom because I thought they were going to nickel and dime people to death. And they said with this title update trailer that no, we're not going to nickel and dime people to death. These are going to be updates to games that you already have. So I have to give them credit for that. The one time I wanted to give Capcom crap, and yet at the same time, they're actually doing right by people. But what do y'all guys think?
I mean, good on them. I'm not sure. Does that make Street Fighter Alpha 3 upper double upper, or is it just upper with new characters? Because I mean, there is an updated version called Double Upper. And he's gone.
Oh, he's back. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be upper with new characters. Y'all keep going. Me and the camera gotta have a discussion.
Okay. Yeah. So then what y'all? So we have the 2 Power Stones, and then what other games are involved in this one?
Rival Schools 2, Project Justice, which is the upgraded version with more characters and everything. And then we got Plasma Blade 2, same reason why it's the second one. That gives us more characters and better balance updates and whatnot. And then Capcom vs. SNK 2, which is the big draw. Because it's either Mark Millennium or you can set it to EO, which was the Xbox and GameCube
it was the GameCube version because the one I have is Mark of the Millennium. And EO was what? Just a balanced version of it, or
it was a balanced version, but we got the C stick, so you could flick the C stick and do supers and special moves by flicking the C stick in a certain direction.
Yeah, okay. I remember now. Right. Yep. I still have
you flipped the C stick directly up on Zangief. If you could do Final Atomic Buster.
Okay. I mean, yeah, if they're giving them a free update, that's fine. I wish they would update the Marvel vs. Capcom collection because I get that it's like the arcade edition, but I would have liked some features from the actual like CD versions we got. Because like the arcade mode is literally like you go in there and there's no free play versus certain characters in some of those games. It is literally versus mode if you have a friend, arcade mode, and then arcade mode is just kind of fighting the same people in a row, just versus whatever 3 you pick. And that was the only downside of like MVC2. I couldn't really like freely pick who I wanted to fight against or try different matchups.
Yeah.
It kind of it sends you in there with literally the arcade and like CC's Pizza version of the game. Which I get arcade edition, but you know what people were buying this for.
I mean, you would think so, but I still say it still might happen. Like I said, I really wasn't expecting that title update. I kind of figured once they came out with the Fighting Collection 2, it's like, okay, here we're moving on, especially with Marvel Tokton, which again, I meant to say this as well, and I apologize. There is a beta coming out for that for PS5. You can register that on the Marvel Tokton website. Would highly recommend that you do, because if you've learned anything from beta so far with Battlefield 6, those spaces will fill up quickly. And like everybody else here, myself, Joe, and Tafari included, we all can't wait to play it. So again, go to Marvel Tokton site to register for the beta if you want to play a beta version of the fighting game. But with that being said, as I'm waiting for my camera to agree with me, we got to cover this because I know it's been a while since we talked about wrestling, especially with some good news, bad news. Let's go ahead and start with the bad news.
Which one? Which bad news? Brock Lesnar being back, ESPN.
Let's start with ESPN.
There.
Let's go ESPN first before we go to Brock Lesnar. So, with that being said, guys, if you've been under a rock, ESPN has inked a new deal with WWE. Well, I should say the Mouse, because the Mouse practically owns everything at this point. $1.6 billion deal to stream WWE's live premium events. This will include WrestleMania, Royal Rumble, Survivor Series, so on and so forth. Now, again, if you have Peacock, and probably the reason why you have Peacock is, well, basically because that's the only way you can actually watch WWE premium live events. Now, beginning next year, that is not going to be the case. It will be on ESPN's direct-to-consumer streaming site, which means you're going to have to pay more. Now, let me stress this. Well, let me stress this very heavily, guys, before everybody starts panicking. Number one, if you already have, and I want to stress this heavily, just to be clear, if you already have the ESPN app as far as the service as a provider, you're already going to be getting it come next year because you're paying for it. That's only if you have ESPN as one of your streaming providers. If you do not have ESPN as one of your streaming providers, then there's a problem. You're going to have to pay for a new service. Now, here's the thing. You're already going to be paying to watch, for anybody that's not paying attention, Netflix has the rights to WWE's Raw for the next foreseeable decade.
Yes.
USA has the rights to SmackDown, and for some odd reason, CW, because CW has the rights for NXT for the next 4 years. So if you wanted to basically watch all of WWE, and also A&E is the only spot that you can watch Legends and Future Greats. Evolve is somewhere in the mix. WWE Speed is being canceled. So someone sat there and said that in order, and someone actually did the math on this. I wish I kind of had it up. But in order to basically watch all of WWE's programming on a yearly basis, if you're paying yearly subscriptions, would be almost upwards of $400 a year. And I will say this, I cannot blame WWE because this is TKO. TKO has sat there and said, run your pockets. And since they bought WWE, they have squeezed the life out of WWE for all it's worth. And we're seeing that now because WWE President Nick Khan was pretty much saying, well, you guys followed us to Peacock, so you'll follow us to ESPN. Not realizing that, well, I'm sorry, Nick Khan. A lot of us do not have the funds to keep this up. So that's part one of our bad news. Before we get to part two, fellas, how do we feel about the deal that ESPN/Disney had made with WWE as wrestling fans?
Cue the One Piece theme song.
Yeah, I didn't know it was divided up this much. I thought it was just everybody was watching on Netflix. I didn't realize it was part over here, part over there, part over there, now another part over there.
Oh yeah, it is honestly one big old mess. And only because TKO is pretty much doing what they do best. They vulture and take profits and pretty much go from there. But what's so crazy about this? I'm sorry, Joe. What were you gonna say before I go to Brock Lesnar?
Cue the One Piece theme song because we be back in the pirate era.
Oh yeah, the pirate flag is flying right now. For all those that don't get the One Piece reference, there's a reason why we call it the Grand Line. But again, that's not the only thing. The only bad news that we got from WWE. Brock Lesnar did make his return via the previous PLE during SummerSlam. That's the words I was looking for. Again, we're trying to keep this light, but Brock Lesnar was involved in the Vince McMahon lawsuit. We won't go into detail because, again, it is a very graphic, very detailed, very disgusting lawsuit involving a former employee, and that Brock Lesnar was named in the suit. This did keep him out of WWE for quite some time. Now, WWE Legal, because the reason why they didn't have a post-conference of SummerSlam Night 2 when they showed Brock Lesnar was because out of fear, reporters would ask about the lawsuit. Now, WWE Legal has claimed that they had done their research and because of that said that they saw nothing wrong with Lesnar, which gave the okay for him to be at SummerSlam and eventually at Raw this week. I'm going to be honest, to not, again, go too much into detail about the case. If you're attached to this case in any form or any way, I still think it was bad on WWE's part. Not because Brock Lesnar is not a bad draw. You know, nostalgia seems to be where creative is going right now with the WWE. I don't think it's a great idea. I think they need to focus on building future stars. I don't think they need to go back to the nostalgia pops. That being said, Brock Lesnar, again, is a lightning rod. And if, again, not to go very graphic into the case, if I was a woman that was employed with the WWE, I might be looking at them kind of funny, concerning the fact of them bringing back this man involved in the lawsuit that he is. Even Lance Storm said in so many ways, there should have been a lot of consideration taken into effect before this man was brought back. But Joe, Tafari, any thoughts on that?
So many people were defending him, and I'm like, let him be, that's fine. But if you're personally implicated in something, do not come back. Just because someone else's lawyer says you're not good, you're still implicated by a normal court.
Pretty much.
I'm not a legal person. I will say that outright. I do not tend to be an internet legal person who got an internet law degree overnight. But I will say he has been implicated and named by the defendant.
Yep.
Do not bring him back.
It really was that simple. But Tafari, any thoughts on it? Or
I missed this completely. I had no idea Brock was even involved in any of this BS or was committing BS himself. My entire timeline has been Cena cutting the music on his way out onto retirement, apparently.
Yes, because
I feel like I don't see enough people talking about it. I'm like, I don't even watch wrestling. I respect John Cena.
He's been talking about it for a while.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because he did have, it was right before his title match with Cody Rhodes. He dropped his heel persona because I'm gonna be honest with you, I loved heel Cena for the time he was doing it because he never really got to go full heel. He was always the red, white, and blue good old boy. In this case, he was the Superman of WB for a long time, so he couldn't actually go heel. So seeing him go heel for a few months was entertaining. I was like, I'm sitting there like a fan, like, dude, we could have had a heel Cena, and this would have been freaking great. At the same time, to see him kind of come back and turn face, and him and Cody have a match, which was a long match, but it was still a good match. And now that Brock Lesnar's being brought into place, what we did not know, and I wanted to add to this, was that Triple H is saying that the last of John Cena's matches are very much being dictated by him and his opponents. He wanted to pick Brock Lesnar as one of his opponents on his farewell match because I think he's got like 4 months left of his contract. 4 months left, and then he's done. And like Joe said, if you're attached to that much mess, don't show up. I mean, it's like the Velveteen Dream. Velveteen Dream had one incident, and that man is blacklisted from WWE. But rightly so.
For most wrestling.
Right. Rightly so for what he did. Now, I will say that I'm not justifying Velveteen Dream in any way, shape, or form. What that man did, that man deserves, as he's trying to, I guess, get back into the spotlight now. But
on a more humorous note, the reason why we aren't saying shit is not only we're watching our language, it's also part of the problem with the case.
Because it's a very descriptive action.
Oh, for Jabara, you understand this. This is what Bobby's girlfriend did on Jerry Jones's desk.
Yeah.
Some things you just can't unexperience, especially when your dad is in the room. And you know what? Just find a way to keep her in the show. That's all I ask. She was. I'll address her character later. I like her. I like Willow. The vegan is okay with me.
But as far as WWE goes, like I said, It's going to be a rough time for fans. I mean, John Cena leaving, and again, that man has been doing it for 20 plus years. I'll give him credit because some guys, I call it the Ric Flair disease because Ric Flair will never leave a wrestling ring, and I hate to say it, and I don't want to wish evil death upon this man, but I think he's going to wind up dying in a wrestling ring. I think he's going to wind up dying. Yeah, he's going to wind up dying in a ring.
Someone's going to body slam him, and he's just going to crumble to dust.
Yeah.
They will have an emergency protocol like on standby. It's like, all right, if he doesn't get up by the 10 count, have the paramedics ready, make it look cinematic, then just make the announcement when everybody goes home.
I mean, I'm going to be honest. I really think that's going to happen because that man is, like I said before, I give Cena credit. Cena saw the writing on the wall and was like, look, I've given 20 years. I'm a 17-time world champion. I've got nothing else to prove. I sometimes carry WWE for a couple of years. What more do I need to do? And I'll give him credit for that. I will not knock Cena for that at all.
The other reason Ric Flair has to keep wrestling is from all the divorce settlements because that man is addicted to getting married.
And divorces. Isn't he up like to 4 now? 4 or 5?
Yeah, somewhere
4 or 5 marriages.
Those alimony payments got to be crazy.
I'm saying, but no. Again, hats off to Cena. Much respect for being retired, for looking forward to his retirement. Looking to see some matches. Not looking forward to Brock Lesnar. I mean, there's other people you could have picked. I mean, CM Punk is right there. You could have always fixed that issue. I doubt they'll bring Edge in because Adam Copeland is happy at AEW, so I doubt that'll ever happen. But then again, who knows? But like we said, let us know what you think about WWE and their decisions. As we said before, they're not very on the bright side. But speaking on the bright side, who knew Power Rangers would make its way into Fortnite? And again, with Fortnite, guys, let's be honest, collabs happen all the time. I did not see this one coming, I guess because Ham Saban no longer owns Power Rangers in the same sense that it's open. I won't say, let me not say it. It's not open license. It's easier to get now. But with that being said, say what?
Hasbro, the one thing I will give them, I am not a Fortnite person. I do not enjoy all that stuff. The one thing I will give them is they actually shot tokusatsu footage. This is actual Power Ranger footage.
Yeah, I saw that. This was like they actually filmed this on like a set and everything, and it had like people in Ranger costumes.
Yeah.
So props to them. Well, also, Tommy's in there twice because they have both the Green and White Ranger.
Yeah.
And apparently one of the White Ranger's ways to get down off the bus is surf the Tiger Zord.
Which I should have got a screenshot of that, but that did look pretty cool when I saw it. But for everybody else, here's a trailer for the new season of Fortnite, including Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
When the bugs came, everything we knew was taken from us. Hope faded faster than we could fight back. We thought it was the end of times. Turns out, it's morphin' time.
All right, so that, guys, was the trailer for Fortnite's next season, Shock and Awe. Available now. It actually started yesterday, including the Power Rangers. As you can see right there with the Green Ranger and several other characters. I'm going to be honest, it's been a while since I played Fortnite, although my son plays it religiously. Looks great. I'm gonna be honest, like we talked about earlier, seeing the White Ranger use the Tiger Zord as a glider was actually pretty cool. But yeah, I can't knock it. I do like the fact that Fortnite really, like you guys said, really shot original footage in the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers original style. I can't knock it. I actually like it. But what do you guys think?
I'm just real. Why was there only 3 of them in the trailer? But I think they've got all of them in the store.
Yeah. Hang on a second. Let me answer that question. Chad, are all the Power Rangers available in Fortnite?
Yep. Yes, I've seen the video.
Yeah, I saw Walter
and the Green Ranger.
Yeah, I saw Walter Jones share like, "Hey, y'all should buy the I don't know, Zach or not Zach in the game." But I'm like, I didn't see. I'm like, I just realized I only saw like 3 of them in there versus the whole squad.
Yeah, I was gonna say according to my. Go ahead, Joe.
Whole squad's there.
Yeah,
Okay.
Chad just confirmed as he's over there
There are
playing
videos on TikTok and everything.
Yeah, it's just I just wonder why they weren't in the promo, because then like what was it, red, yellow, and blue we just saw, but then they got Tommy on the poster.
I did think that was kind of odd, but I guess that's the way they wanted to shoot it.
It's called budget.
Y'all, y'all have no budget.
Are we pulling a Deadpool? They can only afford 3 out of the 5 Rangers.
We can afford X-Force, but not the real ones.
Nice.
If you were going with guns, you could have just gone straight to SPD.
Although SPD is my favorite. SPD and Ninja Storm are my favorites, but I digress. But
my favorites are here because most of them are Japanese.
As long as it's not that creepy one I told you about that gives me nightmare fuel.
You're gonna have to be a bit more specific there, Chief.
Railroad.
Tokuger?
Yes.
That had some of the best monster designs, the best theme song.
And those outfits will forever haunt me.
I got the Tokuger changer and gun sword.
As long as you don't have the helmet, I'm good. I like to sleep at night. As
long as the rails actually move. Blue's signature thing is he adjusts the rails on his helmet. They are a loose thing.
Thanks for that, Joe.
Which, by the way, since we're talking about tokusatsu, I naturally segued into Kamen Rider Zets for this.
Oh, I have queued up. I was in there waiting. I didn't know where you were going with it. I was like, are you trying to go into the next Kamen Rider? That being said, here's the trailer.
I'm on it.
Impact.
Not seeing that.
Henshin! Kamen Rider Z!コードナンバー7、ミッションを遂行する。
おやすみございます。
レムちゃん。
そういう世界観なんだと思って迫真の演技を心がけました。いつまで寝てんのよ。逆に感心するよ。毎晩エージェントになる夢ばっか見て。
よろずばつさんですね。この世には未だ解決されていない不可解な事件、ブラックケースが数多く存在する。
私には理解できません。夢の中から現れる怪人なんて。
心の扉のありかを突き止め、ナイトメアを止めろ。それができるのは説だけだ。早くナイトメアを止めなければ世界が滅びる。
ナイトメアよ。さあ、世界を悪夢に導け。明晰夢の力が使えるのはお前だけだと思ったか。心の扉を開けたとき、悪夢は始まる。
悪夢なんてこの世からなくなればいい。だから、お前を倒す。
さあ、セッツよ。ミッションを遂行し、悪夢を打ち破れ。新番組、仮面ライダーセッツ。9月7日日曜午前9時、熱心スター。
My bad. I was trying to find subtitles, but I don't think it had any for this one. But Sarah
I have all the information pulled up. We're good.
Go for it.
So our main character is named let me pull it. Baku Yozuru. Yorozu. There we go. As you can see in English, his catchphrase is spoken in plain English of "I'm on it." So the whole thing in Kamen Rider Zets is he is fighting nightmares in people's dreams. So this is kind of like Kamen Rider Inception.
Okay.
So in reality, see, crisis involving monsters known as Nightmare in a Dream. Baku obtains a Zets driver from an organization called Code, and that is sending him instructions in his dreams, and then he begins working as Kamen Rider Zets. Personality-wise, he's a pretty much generic, normal dude who is just kind of, run-of-the-mill, but in his dreams, he has lucid dreaming, so he can make himself into the invincible agent. He also has...
Hey, Demo. Kind of shame it didn't come as popular as Power Rangers. Yeah. Well, not on the U.S. side, but on the other side, it's popular.
It's getting there. The other thing about him, and with a lot of the characters, is he has a name etymology that deals with sleep. So his first name being Baku, that is another name for a yokai or a spirit that feeds on nightmares.
Okay.
The next girl they put in the trailer, whose name is Nemu. She's a popular idol in the normal city where everybody is. But as she's so frequently everywhere, she shows up in everybody's dreams in whatever state they dream her in. And she tries to stick around and stuff. And what she matches with sleep is, in Japanese, Nemu comes to the Japanese word sleep, or Nemuri.
Huh. But she appears in everybody's dreams, though.
Yeah. Because she's such a prevalent idol.
Huh. Okay.
She's always on everybody's mind.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah. Next up, we have Minami Yozoru, which is Baku's younger sister, who is a normal member of society. She is a talent manager.
Okay.
She believes a regular life is just a good key of good health. Her job requires her to work early mornings. She has no idea about Baku's actual being a Kamen Rider, so while he's asleep, she just wakes him up.
Okay.
She has no real name etymology dealing with slaves. She's one of the very few.
Okay.
Interestingly enough, this is going to be the first time we deal with the police directly since Kamen Rider Double. So first up, we met Tatsuya Fujimi. He is working as assistant inspector and a section chief of the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department. He's working as an assistant inspector of the Public Security Bureau's of Mysterious Incidents Division. So he gets put on all the black unsolved cases. His name, the first part, Tatsuya, is a homophone for the word, also Tetsuya. The word used to be described for being awake at all night. And then his surname, Fujimiya, contains the word Fuji, which can be referred to Mount Fuji, one of the three auspicious subjects of Japanese first dream of the year culture. New Year's is very, very popular in Japan for a multitude of reasons. It's the first dream you have is kind of like what your year will be like.
Yeah.
And dreaming of Fuji is always a wonderful thing in Japan.
Gotcha. Okay.
His assistant is going to be Nasuka Nagumo. An officer for the Metropolitan Police Department, also serving as an assistant inspector for the Public Public Security Bureau's Mysterious Incidents Division. She's going to be Fujimiya's backup.
Gotcha.
Her name, etymology, Nasuka is Nasu, which is eggplant, which is another one of the 3 auspicious subjects in Japanese first dream culture.
Okay.
The boss of Zetz's agent organization is that robot motorcycle that turns into robot. His name is Code. He is the first Kamen Rider machine since Otto Vajin in Kamen Rider 5 since 2004 for a motorcycle to turn into a robot. His design is based off the original Kamen Rider's motorcycle, the Cyclone.
Mm-hmm.
And we really don't know too much about him, but he's not the first person to be a object that helps with the rider. The last time we had this, it was Beltasan,
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Belt, where the rider henshin device was actually a dude who had his mind transferred into it. So in Kamen Rider Drive.
Okay.
And then the final dude they showed is going to be like an agent from the main bad guys. All we know his name is Nox. We don't know anything about his age or background. He just appears in people's dreams and turns their dreams into nightmares.
So he's pretty much going to be the Freddy Krueger of the bunch.
Yes. We do know that Zetz is going to have 11 different forms for the first season or the first quarter. So we don't know. I don't know what's going to go on that. I have no idea what Bama DeBlord is talking about at all in any of these comments.
Bama.
Yeah.
Bama's talking about. Bama's running into. He's trying to solve an issue with his Xbox, the hard drive.
Yeah, he was continuing his conversation from last week about his Xbox and his hard drive issues.
Yeah, he couldn't read his games off his hard drive. So
yep. You can also go to the Toei channel. The TV edit for Zetz's theme song is out. Mm-hmm. It is a mixture of English and Japanese because one of the singers is fluent in English. The other reason why they're doing that is because we are getting this simulcasted, and there is already a functional dub. Supposedly, they're already up to episode 5 in the dubs.
Nice.
So we will be getting a dub. I don't know who's going to be in it. I would hope Johnny Young Bosch is in it. That way he can hit the trifecta. Mm-hmm. He's been a Ranger. He's been an Ultraman. We just need to be a Kamen Rider.
Just to go ahead and complete it. Well,
he's also been a frog. We can't forget that. You've never seen the old Power Rangers movie, have you, Tafari?
I have not. You said it was a frog?
That's the one line we've remembered throughout the years of this thing is he gets his ninja powers and he's sad, and the lady that gives him the ninja powers is like, why are you sad? I'm a frog.
I'm a frog. The moment he said it, that's when my mind went to. It was like, but I'm a frog. I'm like, oh wow. But thank you for that. So before we get to Spider-Man news, Sonic is saying run your pockets on several different collaborations. We'll start with this one first. Sonic and Puma with kid shoes. As you can see right there, Sonic the Hedgehog will have a Puma collection arriving October 30th. That will actually show shoes for Tails, for Sonic, and for Shadow. Now, if you are wondering, and I do mean if you are wondering about the price, well, as I said before, they will release October 30th. You can get them online. Keep in mind, these are kid shoes that are collector's items. The Sonic shoes will be available again October 30th. Price on that one is $70. For the Shadow versions, will be $75. And Tails, if you do want to get the Tails collection as well, will also be $75. Now, do not get me wrong. I can understand a bunch of sneakerheads and collectors actually going for these. I cannot imagine paying anything over $50 on my kid's shoes to last 3 weeks. Although the shoes do look pretty cool, I will give it that. But Tafari, any thoughts on the collab, sir?
I mean, let the kids have the damn shoes. Like, y'all should not be anything with a 2 or a 3 in the first digit buying these. Like, I need it for the collection. Like, the kids are gonna wear them. They're gonna all get beat to hell and go into a landfill like they should. There is no reason for anyone who doesn't have children to be buying these or not to be buying them for a child. There's nothing we can do with these. They're gonna be size like 4T and up.
Also, Bama, $70 is reasonable for a kid's shoe?
I guess for a brand shoe, because it is Puma. Like, if this was Payless shoes, like Cat Williams said, for $70, you can get the Batmans, the Robins, the Pokemons, the Digimons.
Right.
And then when you burn all those out and grow out of them in a month, we can come right back here and do it again for even probably less money.
I'm just saying, I'm not trying to knock it. Okay, the designs are cute, but $70 freaking dollars?
I mean, cheaper than what I paid for these damn shoes I got on now.
I'm like, good freaking grief.
Actually,
I love my kids, but these, if you're gonna buy these shoes, these are kind of the you setting these in a glass case and saying that you did it. Oh wait, I don't know what you're waiting for, Bam. You already threw it out there.
Listen, my shoe, the Kurt shoes. Damn, my shoes are on sale right now for $40. I might need to get another pair. Never mind, these are the kids editions. Where are the grown folks' feet?
That's the thing, because I'm seeing these are kids. I'm like, $70 is kids, because I just can't. I'm sorry. It's just wow.
Damn, I actually might need to buy a new pair. They are on sale because I got mine for like $60-ish because I got them at because I always get my shoes at Kohl's. I never get them at like a regular store. But on the Adidas site, the ones I wear, see these Light Racer, I got the 4s. These are 7s and they are $50. I might have to indulge.
Yes, Mama. These are children's shoes. They're not adults.
Yeah, Bama. These are kids sneakers. These are full on like children's sneakers.
Yes, toddlers at best. I mean, well, I won't say toddlers. The kid that was wearing them, he was like 7 or 8, so under 10 at least. But that's not the only collab that's going on with Puma. As again, this was brought up a little earlier in the week, and it's only right that we bring this up because who knew Sonic and Timberland would actually have a collaboration? Now, before anybody gets their hopes up about these Timberland shoes, unless you live in the Shibuya district of Japan, you cannot get these shoes. These shoes are exclusively at the Shibuya Parco store. You cannot buy these online. If resellers are smart, you're probably gonna see them on eBay again, jacking up the prices. But this is Timberland's collab with Sonic the Hedgehog, as you can see. Has the traditional Sonic picture, the logo on the side, and no crease in the Timbs. Now, I myself am not really a big boot person. I do have a couple of boots, but these feel more like I'm going to set these in a case and never wear them situation versus wearing them. But I don't know. I just, as Joe pointed out before we started this podcast, it's a little hard to run in Timberlands, much less play basketball them and do anything else. But Tafara, am I wrong in just thinking that if someone does purchase these will never be on anybody's feet?
Yeah. I also didn't realize there was a Japanese division of Timberlands, and that's who's doing this. And I'm just like, unless like some hardcore K-pop fans in the East, outside of that, who's wearing Timbs? And I also didn't know Tim's made shirts, which they're making like 50 of each design. So it's just, and it's like, okay, like it's stuff I've seen before, just with Tim's logo on the left sleeve. I'm not impressed. It's just weird to take the most New York-esque shoe and make it Japan only, and there's only 30 pairs in general. So, and they don't even like Sonic like that in Japan. That's the crazy part. Sonic is not a big like factor in Japan. So the fact that they're doing such a Western collab at home base is very strange. And I'm curious, why is this even news? Like, why would y'all tell the world? Why did you post this on the American account knowing we couldn't?
Also, what's crazy is these shirts, Like the graphic shirt is $100 or 14,300 yen. And the shorts, I'm sorry, the long sleeve is $100. The short sleeve is $75. And again, like you said, there's not a lot to it. I mean, you would think, and I'm just using this t-shirt picture as an example, you would think if you're paying $100 for a shirt, it doesn't look so half-assed. Like this looks like something you can iron. Like you remember those iron transfers that you can put on white t-shirts? You just had to make sure you didn't burn it.
Yeah.
This is what it looks like. It looks like someone just iron transferred a Sonic graphic onto a shirt and then said, here's $100. But what are you saying, Bama? I'm sorry, what are you saying beforehand? Now these were adults. Yeah, they would be $40 or $50. No, if those shoes were adults, Bama, they would jack up that price at least the $200
Yeah,
range.
so some branded Tims, you're paying triple digits, at least 200 for that. That's not including shipping.
Right.
I think the Adidas collab, not the Adidas, the Feeless collab was like, I think 110.
Well, hang on.
Let me see if I can find my invoice. Hold on.
You could purchase the shoes through the Fila website, and
those have been gone for. That was from the second movie. Those have been gone for like 3 years.
Okay, because I was gonna say I was looking at this like, yeah, they were probably be at the wayside, but yeah,
the Sonic Filas were 120 with shipping, so that's not bad. These I don't know what they're gonna go for. I think they sell at like regular price, but it's weird for such. Like if the store itself was sending this email out like promo to people that shop there, cool. But like, I don't know why this should not have made headlines the way it did.
It really shouldn't have. But why are we surprised? Filas are still a thing. Yeah, Bama.
They are. I mean, that's the Sonic shoe Fila had was the most Sonic-esque shoe I've seen released so far because it actually looked like the shoes that he wears in the movie and in the TV shows and in the games. Which is why they sold out in like 5 seconds for everything like size 9 and above. I don't know anyone who got the actual shoe and wore it. I got a pair of 4s just to be like, hey, I got a pair of them that I'm never going to use. So
pretty much. But yeah, Joe, we were just talking about the Sonic collab shoes and the fact that the prices on them. Anything you want to add to it? Or wave at it as it passes by?
Do you do more damage when you throw Shadow's shoe?
Damage to your wallet.
Maybe, because I mean it's technically metallic.
But if an abuela throws that shoe, does it deal more damage?
Probably, because you can get the boost on it off the vents on the bottom.
Shoe show. Oh, you still have a shoe show in your area, Bama? Because we used to, but not anymore. I know exactly what he's talking about. That was Payless when Payless decided to take a vacation. But anyway, let us know what you guys think. Like I said before, these collaborations are nice, but being local and like Tafara said, Sonic isn't really that much well liked over there. And for them to actually do a localized collaboration, that didn't make any sense. But hey, check eBay. I'm pretty sure we're gonna see a lot of them come out over there. Just saying.
Probably I don't know. And then if you see the kids' shoes, leave them alone. Let the children have it. Let them get their it'll be October. Let them get their mid-fall back to school shoes.
Yeah. Although again, $70 for a kid's shoe. Gee, Christmas. Anyway, Spider-Man, brand new day. Let's get to the casting before we get to the multiple shots of the suit.
Yeah, we've all been casted. We have seen more of this movie than any other Marvel thing. It's not even leaks. They have the entire city on set with them like on a daily basis.
Pretty much. That being said, we do know that this guy right here, who will be playing Matt Gargan, Michael Mando, forgive me, will be reprising his role as the Scorpion in Brand New Day. He did actually let that go as a confirmation post under his IG. Still looking forward to what we said. Like I said, we don't have really a lot about Brand New Day as of yet. As far as the story goes, this is a reboot. Not reboot. A relaunch of Spider-Man post the Homecoming trilogy, and the fact that he is starting from scratch without tech, new suit. People don't know who he is. So, and without an Aunt May, because spoiler alert, if you didn't see No Way Home, Aunt May didn't make it. thanks to William Dafoe. So we do know that he will be cast in the movie. This one, I see. Here's the thing I got to bring back. We did find out the Incredible Hulk, Mark Ruffalo, will be joining Spider-Man joining Tom Holland in A Brand New Day. I got questions about this because I don't want to make it feel like this is a red herring. Like we're only going to see him for like 10 minutes in the movie, and then they can sit there and say he's in it. But do we think that Mark Ruffalo is going to play a bigger role in Spider-Man Brand New Day, or is this just a one-off cameo? He runs into him and keeps it going.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. What you got, Joe?
I am wondering if they're going to do the big scene from the comic books, where after Pete deletes everybody's memory,
Hulk
runs into Hulk, and Hulk is like, Banner forgot. I never did.
Yeah. It would be interesting if they did do that scene, because for all those that don't know, that was, as Joe had visibly described, Hulk never forgot who Spider-Man was. So it would be interesting to see if they do that scene. Like I said, we don't know a lot about Mark Ruffalo's position in this story because, again, this is where Peter kind of goes back to ground with a new suit and things of that nature, which we'll get into momentarily. Yes, you're right, Bama. Michael Mando did play Voss and Far Cry 3.
Yeah, okay, that was him. So yeah.
So supposedly, and I don't know how much like traction there is behind this, but this is supposed to lead into Hulk World War Hulk, apparently.
If it does,
I know it's leading directly into Doomsday, but there's supposed to be like World War Hulk, where it's the Hulks dealing with the multiverse of Hulks, and like one of them supposed to be Maestro, supposedly, and Eric Bana's Hulk is supposed to be Maestro.
Interesting. Yeah, Hulk.
This has just been going around. I have no credible source for this, but this is what's been like making the rounds of. This will spin out. This will lead into Doomsday. Doomsday gets one movie in between Doomsday and Secret Wars, and it's a Hulk movie.
That would be interesting. And Bama, yes, Hulk never forgot that Peter is Spider-Man. He never forgot. He never forgot. That's the one thing about Hulk. He never did forget.
At the time of the books, Hulk was a fully separate personality and was fully not sentient, but like fully intelligent. He's no longer childlike Green Hulk. He is like fully formed Hulk. What's up?
Hey, Lainey.
Hey, Lainey.
I'm wondering if they could also. I wonder if they could also do kind of what Ultimate Spider-Man did, where Hulk was kind of always on the run from Shield, but then because I don't remember if it was magic or science, they did a body swap, and Hulk, because he had like Peter's intellect for a little bit, learned how to actually like talk as Hulk and like communicate, which is how they spun off into what Agents of Smash or whatever it was called.
Yeah,
because I'm hearing Mr. Negative. They're gonna try to do like what was it in the game, the Dragon's Blood or whatever it was called.
Yeah.
So theory is Mr. Negative has a drug that puts Mark Ruffalo back into more so Hulk versus being Professor Hulk, which then leads into Punisher needing Hulk level weapons to take him down. Hence why allegedly Punisher is the one driving that tank that everyone has been filming the last couple of days. And then they all cross paths, fight for a second before they realize we're not the real bad guys here. Which hopefully that's Hulk talking and not Ruffalo. Like I would like a moment where Hulk is like, we didn't merge, I just got suppressed. Put me back, especially after Brave New World, because everyone was saying, it was just Hulk 2.0. I'm like, y'all complained about that Hulk since 2008. Y'all have been asking for them to come back, and then you're mad they did it. So
the one cool thing I will say I've seen from all these videos is the practical web swinging.
Yes. Which I want to show these two parts right here. Like I said, mentioning the tank. As you can see, Tom Holland's, or I should say his stunt double in the red and blue on top of the tank there. Also, the practical, which Joe had pointed out so eloquently. Like, I'll just mute that because there's no point in showing the sound. But yeah, you can literally see, like I said, the whole practicality of him swinging, which is actually pretty freaking cool, honestly. Um, but yeah, I do like where they're going with this. But I do like
Yeah, and
that.
I know one of the directors said like, "Oh, they feel like practical web swinging feels silly." But I'm like, I think if it's done right, which once we see this in post, I think it'll look fine.
Yeah.
I don't know
I
if
mean,
this was a test shot or how serious they're
Fun to
going with
me,
it.
for the most part.
I mean, I do like the fact because you got the cart right there. You have multiple camera angles up at the top, so they are definitely doing their due diligence here. But I
I'm
like it
curious.
though.
I'm curious how this all plays into the state of the city without bringing Kingpin in or on stage. Which I feel like I feel like that can't be the case because y'all use Daredevil, especially it being a Sony production, which is probably why they're swinging it around so much. Like y'all use Daredevil in No Way Home. I don't see why Kingpin couldn't be shown, if not at least name dropped, in this movie. Because I feel like
Might be. You never know.
Might be.
I feel like starting off that street level rivalry would be a great point to do that. Also, I know what they said, hands off of Miles, but like give us Uncle Aaron and the Prowler fit getting dropped off back in his something. Like we don't have another 20 years for you guys to just I don't know anymore. Like whatever it is y'all are doing here.
Right. Now, I was trying to see if I had another one. Oh, there it is. Because, like I said, still going by the swinging. I mean, it's like we said, going back to practical. I'm not against it because this is actually going to make it work. And the suit itself, going back to the suit, it looks great. I can't knock it. I mean, it's the traditional red and blue. At the same time, the eyes, like I said before, like I was showing a close up, and I need to get a better vision of that. The close up did have a little bit of. I was trying to. What did I tell you, Joe, that day? It had a little bit of references from McGuire's suit and from Garfield's suit.
Yeah,
But
he's got
again,
Garfield's spider. He's got Toby's webbing.
Yeah.
And then his own little style of just the design. So it's like an upgraded version of the one we saw at the end of No Way Home, which I'm grateful for it. But I'm curious to see what he tells people as to why he's not using his more starked out tech. Because I don't think they repossessed the Iron Spider suit.
No. Because the
It
spider,
just it ran out of power finally.
yeah, it finally died. Yeah, it finally died because I think as we were looking at the end of No Way Home, you saw
He still had the little tube though with the little like regenerator, or it could be a Peter Parker reason of hey, my
Yeah, but they said that was running low on energy.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I would also accept the Peter Parker reason of hey, that runs my electric bill way too high and I can't afford it.
Especially now since the struggle. But then again,
also, I need JJ's take on all of this. I know that's probably all being filmed somewhere else. My only issue with the open filming, if there's Doomsday cameos and connections, I don't need to see that. I don't need to see any of it early. I don't need it spoiled for me. I know Sony is allowed to do what they want, but like it just feels so spiteful of the people who are trying to help you.
True. And also, we're getting pictures. Also, we do know that Zendaya or otherwise MJ will be in here as well. These are the videos they took here of the still shots. Of course, visiting, again, telling a little bit more story, visiting May Parker's grave. But yeah, again, it makes me wonder just because is how much of an involvement she's going to have with this. Again, telling a story where everybody doesn't know who you are, ally the Hulk, because he's probably the only person that knows. So, and also, we don't see Ned. Because I still say Ned's going to wind up being the Hobgoblin.
I think Ned is going to end up becoming Sorcerer in training, maybe? Because I'm curious if this is all post-college. Because, and again, how much are we going to fit in here? Because between this and whatever new girl we got, who might be a Gwen Stacy, who might be a Felicia Black Cat, and then we're not allowed to touch any of it until Sony says do another one. And it's like, how much can y'all fit in here without allowing it to be fleshed out elsewhere? That's the biggest part. Because again, is this Ned and MJ's summer vacation? Are we
Mm-hmm.
past their graduate? Did they graduate early from MIT and now they're just home? Like, what are we doing? Are we gonna find out what happened when everybody went back to their own universes? Like, and then there's that symbiote that we haven't seen in like
that's still sitting out there, right?
So y'all got a lot to touch on here.
But we
I
do
don't
know
think we're going to see the symbiote until either Doomsday or Secret Wars, because Secret Wars is when he gets the black suit.
If not, then like set it up at least, because like the problem is they're leaving us with so many loose ends that if Doomsday is setting up for a lot without having any setup, like we're just gonna have to go into it and kind of know.
Yeah.
Versus like, oh, this piece here, like the way they had here's all these movies, but in the short version, when we're at the Avengers Roundtable, here's how these stones have basically turned all of our lives upside down for the last 16 films, explained in like 2 minutes. Versus Doomsday, we're just going in with a lot of pieces and then hope that it all gets put together, and still with no front man or what the issue is, or like we're like what 2 films out, we don't have a setup for how this Battle World thing is going to work. Like if you told me, oh, we're in these other universes and pieces of like land went missing, something, and then I mean it took us this long to get a whole celestial adamantium, which
says a lot. I know it goes back to your video. But Bama, how can they not use Kingpin? Because right now Kingpin's kind of got his hands twisted with I think, and I guess this is just a guess. I don't think they want to interject Kingpin because he's too entwined with Daredevil's TV run right now. That's a guess because I think they don't want to use Kingpin because Vincent D'Onofrio is like I said wrapped up with Born Again. Now, does that mean that he cannot make it does it not mean that he cannot make an appearance in Spider-Man? No, I still think he can. It's just not the best thing right now because Spider-Man, again, if we're trying to establish Spider-Man as beginning again, I think that Kingpin comes down the line. Because I mean, you can go with other people. I mean, traditionally, you want to reestablish a Doc Ock, you want to reestablish a Vulture, you want to reestablish a Lizard Man. If you're going to go down the rogues, you might as well go ahead and establish the rogues gallery first before going back to Kingpin. And I'm just saying, Michael Keaton is still available. Just saying.
Didn't he say like years ago he filmed some scenes for? We still don't know what that was about.
And he has yet to say what that. Yeah,
that's another loose end we still have to tie up. Is he just stuck with Morbius, or did they like your end credit scene could literally just be portal opens. All right, we're done with you. Like drop Uncle Aaron off, drop him off. Bama Venom didn't retcon it. They just Venom's explanation is he left the same stain in 2 worlds.
Yeah.
Apparently, so the one is still left in our universe, and there's another one. Which, if you were to show me just a montage of the symbiote taking over different people, the way Venom did in the first movie, and just hopping around city, I would accept that. I feel like you could also tell this story via like J. Jonah Jameson because he was cool to have in the last movie, but I feel like they tried to set up him and Spider-Man's rivalry, but it didn't go anywhere.
Very much.
Because even when he showed up at the apartment, it's like, now I've got you. I'm like, cool. We saw Spider-Man get jumped by like 6 people. What did you get exactly? Like,
not a goddamn thing.
How are we blaming him for this? And we saw it, and then he's the one who called the cops. Technically, Aunt May's death is on his hands. I think what you could also have just to tease one more day. You could have Mephisto show up just to be like, hey, we could undo all of this right now if you want to, and then have Strange finally come back and be like, yeah, stay away from that man.
See, that's where I would sit there and say, instead of Kingpin, Mephisto, because Sacha Baron Cohen right now would be perfect for the setup in the Doomsday. He would be perfect because the thing about it is everybody kept asking for Mephisto to show up, and he finally did. And again, Sacha Baron Cohen is a great linchpin right now because Peter is kind of vulnerable. He's alone. Nobody remembers him. He saved the world multiple times, but yet doesn't get a thank you. And here comes Mephisto. What if I can give you what you wanted? What if I can give you? What if I can give you exactly what you want, and just like Riri Williams, oh, it won't. It'll cost you something, but you won't miss it. I could see that line before Doomsday and Spider-Man and Peter being tempted. I would love that because again, that kind of keeps us going till Doomsday. It really does.
Yeah, all right, like we get it. Y'all want it. We know you're filming Spider-Man. Wrap this shit up. I don't need to see any more. Because I didn't even know that scene of him and MJ at the gravesite was a thing. Like, why are you even here? I don't think you would. You know nothing. You and May Parker interacted like all of twice.
Yeah,
Uh,
but
so and then we still have to see the effects of this memory wipe spell. Like they've got a lot to do. I know Tom Holland said him and Zendaya really like the script, so they have a lot to accomplish in what, like 2-ish hours. So
yeah,
God bless them. I don't need to see anything else.
but at the same time, I will say this: you don't have to finish off the story in one movie. If Spider-Man is going to be in continuum up until if he's going to appear in Secret Wars, if he's going to appear in Doomsday, it doesn't have to wrap. Brand New Day doesn't have to wrap up a story. It can be the beginning of a new chapter. So we're going to see what they do. What'd you say, Bama? No, Peter, don't do it. Just ask your 616 counterpart. Fair enough. But I still say it'd be a great story. But Joe, anything else you want to add to Brand New Day before we are you good?
No, I'm good.
Okay. But let us know what you guys think. Like we said, this is all just speculation right now. We're not 100% sure what they're going to go with because the one time Tom Holland could give us dirt, he's not. So either tells us that Marvel is either being very careful or they've learned not to tell Tom Holland shit. One of the two. But let us know what you guys think in the comments. So a couple more news bits before we get to anime reviews and comics. We actually did get another trailer for Ronin Warriors. Again, the reboot, one of my favorite animes, also known as Samurai Troopers. But we did get a new trailer for it, and I cannot wait.
血よりも濃く助け生きてやらいそ灼熱坊や全開彼がサムライトルーパー返上人間は醜い生き物だな
And yes, Bama, to answer your question, it is coming back. This is the reboot for Samurai Troopers, also known as Ronin Warriors. It is coming back. We are following this to a T, but that was the latest teaser trailer as we get closer to a release date. They haven't announced it yet, but again, once it is announced, we will definitely talk about it. But like I said, looking freaking forward to it. Cannot complain whatsoever. What we're also looking forward to is FX's Alien Earth. We actually did get the episode guide, and it seems everybody's taking the same route. What I mean by that is because, again, it is Disney, because it's on FX, Alien Earth is basically doing this. Episodes 1 and 2 will be shown at its premiere August 13th. Episode 3 follows it next week on the 20th. Week after that, it's episode 4. Week after that, episode 5 on September 3rd. Week after that, September 10th, is episode 6. And of course, episode 7 will be on September 17th. And all episodes will be available after the 24th. So we are getting a 1, 2, and then a 1, 1, 1, 1 for the next several weeks after that. We've covered Alien Earth here. We've sat there and speculated that this happens post that new Alien movie. I forgot the name of it already. But this is going to follow the series of the xenomorphs being on Earth and the fact that there has been crossbreeding with facehuggers. So this is going to be freaking interesting once it all comes out. But again, that's the episode guide. Tafari, anything else we want to add to this as far as us just being ready to see this? Joe, you too?
I'm curious if this show, especially since it's going to come and go in the course of like less than a month.
Mhm.
I'm curious if this sets up for Badlands or attaches itself to Killer of Killers in any kind of way.
My money's on Badlands.
I'm also curious if this, if not Badlands, I'm curious if they just end it with the world is doomed and Earth is fully infected, and that's where we go from here, and planet Earth becomes an AVP battleground, or what we're setting up for. Either way, I'm curious to see how Alien does when it has a chance to flesh it out more than just 2 hours and like 4 years apart.
Yeah. Although again, I'm curious as well to see how the story goes because I am interested. I mean, Aliens is giving me a different story. Predator Badlands is giving me a different story. It's like my prayers are being answered. Now I just really need to have a winning lottery ticket. What do you say, Mama? I really need to go back and watch Predator. Yeah, I mean, Killer of Killers was actually a good show. I can't knock it. If you haven't had a chance on Hulu to watch it, I highly recommend
Did
it.
they update the ending for that movie? Like, did they add? Because I watched it the first time and I saw the end credits, but people were like, "Oh, did you see it again?" I'm like, "Did they change it or?"
That's the first I'm hearing of it. I didn't know if they did.
I didn't see Arnold and Donald and Danny Glover the first time I watched it.
I didn't either. So I'm like, this is the first time hearing that they update. I have to go back and go see to be kind of
Yeah. Apparently, if you watch it now, it's the girl from Prey, Danny Glover, and Arnold Schwarzenegger are now frozen in the tanks. So everybody's like, "Oh, so we basically have a clan that went back and just like Indian gave on all the promises to be left alone, and it's just been snatching warriors, or they've been cloning people." But a lot of people are kind of pissed at it because they're like, "Oh, well, it just makes the Yautja look like a batch of liars." Then, but we'll see if that fleshes out in any way.
I'm gonna have to look that up because I must have missed it.
I think it's a new ending they've added since it first released.
Oh, okay. I see it. Okay. Let me see if I can kind of mute this because I don't want us to get dinged. But I think I might have found it.
Yeah. So the girl from it was the first time it just ended here, but now it keeps going. And then
oh crap! Yeah, that's Danny Glover's character. Yeah, there he is. So wow. Okay, so that's right. Dang,
yeah, so
I missed it.
people feel some type of way about this because it's like I thought everybody got to go on, but they've just been they've literally been frozen in time all these years. So
it kind of, even though it kind of said that the Ujita are kind of full of shit.
That or this is a tribe that's gone against their off the deep end completely.
I guess because I'm like, how in the world were you able to pull that off? And supposedly, like I said, oh wow, that is kind of messed up. But of course, it's canon. But we'll see. But again, Killer, I have to go back and go watch it to actually see it. But again, we're looking forward to Alien Earth when it comes out. Anime reviews. All I can sit there and say on my part is outside of the Rise of the Shield Hero, Gachi Yakuta, Kaiju number 8, Sakamoto Days. Highly recommend watching all of them, especially Gachi Yakuta. It is picking up. Rise of the Shield Hero is definitely picking up. Kaiju number 8 was a nice episode. Sakamoto Days, still loving it. But the biggest one I got to bring up is King of the Hill. King of the Hill got my attention, and not only because Tafara really got my attention on that one, but the fact that I saw, and I brought this up in our group chat, Joseph Redcorn pulling a Solid Snake in a trash bag in one motion, and I mean it was smooth too. But so far, my King of the Hill, I'm about 4 episodes in. Love what they've done with it. The new person voicing Dale isn't as bad or as awkward as I thought it was. There's some slight variances, but still fun to watch. Bobby giving Hank a little kickback was interesting, especially because he kept on trying to force propane. But that's a whole nother episode. I won't go into it. But yeah, loving King of the Hill so far, and the fact that they are really making Hank wake up in 2025 is funny as hell. But that's just my anime takes. But Joe, Tavara, what y'all got?
Same thing. Dr. Stone. I don't know how many episodes we have left of Dr. Stone, but the
Mhm.
pacing is pretty good because we are already about to get to our big bloody conflict, which I'm excited for, and then I'm pretty sure they're going to speed to the end.
Mhm.
Don Don's great. I still need to catch up on Sakamoto. I keep forgetting it's out. But yeah, King of the Hill. Because Joe was the one who told me. Khan's voice is the one I was just like, all right, this is not doing it for me at all.
That was a little different, yeah.
But like Joe was the one telling me, he's like, oh, we have a Asian actor, and I'm like, okay, I think we got an accurate actor. I don't think we got a Laotian actor because it is Don was going. Yeah, it's back. I forget what nationality Khan's actor is, and I get they're trying to be correct. But at this point, y'all could have got someone to do a more accurate depiction because Min sounds the same, all the other women sound the same. I don't know. It's
a little different, yeah. I'll give you that.
Yeah, it's a lot different. Like at least with Dale, you can kind of you can discern what is going on. And I guess Johnny Hardwick was sick, so yeah. So I know he was sick, so you can kind of hear it, but it's kind of hard to tell where old Dale stops and new Dale begins. Okay, he does a good job. Hank, I'm glad sounds like Hank. I'm also curious about this timeline because if they've only been gone for 5 years and Bobby is 21,
right?
I'm curious to what they would have left when he was like a junior in high school. So I'm curious to like what happened or where did he stay?
Because the grandpa was still alive.
No, grandpa was dead, but granddad died by the time the old show was over.
Yeah.
By the time the OG show ended, Dee Dee was remarried and Good Hank. Bammy, you gotta watch it. It's actually really good.
Yeah, you do gotta watch it.
Like Good Hank had a whole new stepdad, which apparently that didn't work out.
Right.
What am I trying to think of? I also did like seeing that. I was surprised they didn't bring the uncle up during the Japanese episode with the black Japanese man.
Yeah.
So I was like, why don't you just bring up like, hey, I have a legit blood Japanese uncle, so technically I'm allowed to buy this charcoal. And even if I'm not allowed, how are you in business? I very much loved Connie. Not Connie. I liked I'm blanking on this girl's name. The vegan girl.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I feel so bad because I've been saying how much I love her and I can't think of her name right now. I like Bobby's new girlfriend. I very much like having someone who called Connie on her bullshit. Because again, we saw we know how much a dick that guy Shane was from the original show. So like, why anyone is dealing with him in an adult age is shocking to me.
Oh, okay, Ryan Chang.
Is that who's voicing it?
Yeah. That's what Bama says, Ryan Chang.
Okay. Yeah, Shane is a dick. So why her and Connie even tried him and Connie were a thing, and yeah. So also Ted Wasana-san has a different. I think a lot of the Asian cast outside of Min and of course everyone who had an age. I think Connie's voice actor is the same. Ted, no one really cares about. Ted's just a dick. Khan, my God, y'all. It feels like some of the vocal direction they were playing Russian roulette every episode and a different character called a Bullet.
Very much.
I do very much like that the entire world is caught on to Nancy and John Redcorn because like even in the real estate ads, like so Redcorn's tapping that, right?
Yep, that was funny. Everybody but Dale's figured it out.
Ozempeg took a minute to get used to. But Joe, you were the one telling me they got an actual Asian actor for Khan now, right?
I think so.
All right, but
Figure that real fast.
I'll say because I know he's not Laotian, but it just felt like there's like okay, we got an Asian versus an Asian who can do like a version of Khan's voice. It just sounded old and strained, and like even then, don't tell Hank you're divorced. Just say you got in a fight and you're living in the garage, like, or men put me out. Like, I was also what they did with Hank's brothers. I kind of want them to. That was like one of my goals for this show, and I'm glad they did it. I'm hoping they do that for Luann's kid.
Yeah.
Because while Peggy is annoying as shit, and I'm surprised like there was not.
I love that everybody's tired of her bullshit and calls her on it now.
I need an episode where like, hey, you know, we had to like stop Peggy from getting stoned over there. Like, I need there to be some. I refuse to believe 5 years went by and there wasn't a moment where somebody had to come in and like save Peggy from like getting like executed because she just wouldn't knock it off.
Right.
I also want to see more of their Saudi Arabia life. They were living lavish over there. They had butlers and attendants and a nice truck.
And you know that probably drove Hank crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it seemed like he was okay with it. I mean, the man fell in love with soccer while he was over there. Did you know that when you finish Netflix, did you know you could finish Netflix? When you do, you get something called a wellness check.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, the show picks up right where it leaves off. I very much love it. Jerry Jones catching strays, I'm all here for.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
You know who's Khan?
Who?
Daily Show's Ronnie Chang.
Oh,
Yeah.
that Ronnie Chang.
Yeah, that's what Bam was saying. Bam was saying Ronnie Chang voiced him.
I'll just say, like, I need y'all to give Ronnie some vocal direction on the next time because that sounded like old, retired, and out of work Khan. But I'm like, I don't. It's
So
just
they got a Malaysian dude to be Laos, which is not bad.
No,
it's not. But it's just like, all right, like A for effort. I need some direction being given for the next season because some of the characters were like up, like all over the place. I very much liked Connie getting chin checked by Bobby's girlfriend. Where it's just like,
oh god, yeah, that was great.
like,
that was funny.
I practice E&M is just like she just wants to get laid on the side, and then her and Bob, which I'm still waiting to see how that backfires in their relationship, if anything. Her and Bobby catching each other fresh off of one night stands. So
awkward.
But even then, it's like, hey, I went off the grid for 5 years. I'm like, I still need, and I get they had 10 episodes to see if this worked. I need to see like what happened during their teenage years. Like, did Bobby get sent to go live with Dee Dee, or because like they show him packing up and like moving off in like the opening credits, but Hank they would have had to leave like while Bobby was in high school. So I'm very curious. In the beginning, no, Bama. Bobby and Joseph live together, but they haven't seen Connie in 5 years, or I don't. He hasn't seen Connie. Connie just didn't keep up with Joseph because why? I do like adult Joseph. He's literally just teenage Joseph, just with the same antics. Like, but yes, the solid snake.
He's so much worse.
The solid. You know, as a white dude, there's things I can't even do for Halloween anymore. And the fact that the dude goes to correct him, and Bobby's just like, lets me know that Bobby's probably figured out the whole John Redcorn thing. Because even the thing with the horse,
that was still funny.
I was like, no, this is definitely Bobby's definitely caught on, and Bobby's definitely caught on to this because even he's now saying you guys should go hang out and ride horses together, not me.
Still, but Joe, what about you? Any anime reviews this week?
I watched anything this week? That's a good question. My Dress Up Darling is still fantastic. Just short version stuff because I don't honestly remember. I've been going to bed earlier, which is why I'm kind of fading it in and out on this one. Sorry, guys. My Dress Up Darling, still fantastic. God, I love that anime so much. It's like the best thing this season. In the Rain with You, we get another visit from the parents. The end of fall festival, I believe, or end of summer festival. They go to that. This is the one with the Tanuki. What's the other one I watched? Oh, Ruri Rocks. They go look for agate in the sea, rivers, and mountains, and they find I think platinum. And you get an interesting thing on the way to platinum versus other metals, and they show how mineralogists test the gravity of certain metals
Okay.
with each other, which is again just cool stuff.
Okay. That sounds cool. Well, let us know what you guys are watching as well. As we try to do, we like to introduce anime that you may not know or just may have forgotten about, or just may need to give it a second shot. But definitely let us know in the comments. Fellas, any news we got left before we go to comics?
Hey, Proud Family's back. Go watch Eyes of Wakanda. Stop throwing dildos at WNBA games, please.
Please and thank you, because Jesus, that was not fun. Also, Eyes of Wakanda, still love how they did that. Won't say anything about it because all 4 episodes are connected, and I love the fact that what they did with a certain character. But again, you gotta watch it. Joe, anything left?
Now go watch Proud Family. I just started the new season. It's fine so far. Nothing. The Proudiverse is kind of weird.
Yeah, it's a very random start. Like that feels very much more like a mid-season type of thing.
This season is starting a little bit more fantastical than what I'm used to.
They get back in. They get grounded after the first 2 episodes. They go back into
then
regular.
Roker comes back, so like.
I feel like, yeah, two very Maya Kiki Palmer's character-centric episodes.
I'm okay with that though. They do need to flesh her out since she is the new character out of the stuff.
I feel like they tried to give A Boogie more stuff just so he could try to squeeze a few raps out. I'm also very glad they got rid of the sheesh every 5 seconds because that got old very fast.
Mm-hmm.
Finale is a cliffhanger that will hopefully, I think, get them a season 4. But my God, is it frustrating to watch? Just off the deep end.
Nice. All right. Well, with that being said, I think we can move on to comics. Before we say what, Joe?
Working on it.
Oh, well, you got it. Before we actually bring up comics, we do want to shout out, of course, Rick's Comic City. If you are in the Middle Tennessee area, definitely check out Rick's Comic City, Nashville's #1 go-to place for comics, for Funko Pops, for memorabilia, everything nerdy and blurry. You can definitely find there. 2 locations, Nashville, Tennessee, and Clarksville, Tennessee. Definitely check them out, as well as their website at rickscomiccity.com. You will not be disappointed. If you are not in the Middle Tennessee area, folks, please support your local comic book stores, support your local bookstores, support your local indie artists, support the indies, because if you haven't noticed, things are disappearing. Physical media is being attacked. You will miss all of these things when they are gone. So definitely give your support. Definitely shout them out. A like, share, and a follow costs nothing. At the same time, there's plenty of great stories, plenty of great artists out there that are just waiting to be found. So do your part and share them and help them get exposure. With that being said, Joe, I do see that you do have your comics up. Just 1 second, and we'll see if this pops up. All right, man. Whenever you're ready.
We're looking at some from last week and some from this week. Last week, we're looking at the finale of DC Cross Sonic. Written by Ian Flynn, art by Adam Bryce Thomas, and colors by Matt Herms. And so this is finale, so it's exactly what you expect it to be. Everybody goes up against Darkseid, and Supersonic goes up against Darkseid. It's actually a good fight. I've never seen Darkseid have to headbutt anybody, but he tries to. It's pretty much the Thanos versus Captain Marvel scene, where like he headbutts him and nothing happens.
Right.
Whoa. So all good. Good finale. I do want more of this. I would love to see what happens when Sonic crosses over with the Marvel universe. Sonic and Flash are just so petty to each other. It's hilarious.
But justified, because they never did find out who was the fastest. But it was a good issue.
Next up, we got Flash, Bad Mood Rising. The cover's a lie. Don't trust the cover. This is written by
so many ways.
Simon Spurrier with art by Vasco, George Vive, colors by Matt Herms. The Bad Moon Rising arc is coming to a close. The big thing I want to press on this is this really centered around the Shade.
Yep.
Which is an old Golden Age, Silver Age Flash villain, but more importantly, a hero, because the man's immortal, so he gets tired of doing the evil stuff and starts doing good stuff. And we see that turn over in James Robinson's Starman, which is my favorite comic of all time. So we get to see him and how really sad stuff, because like his wife is passing away, who he met in the books. And it's like, well, I made him a deal with Eclipso to stall you. It's like, oh, he's gonna cure her. It's like, no, the other way around. Oh, and then Giant's like, yeah, he played you.
I mean, just all the way wrong, but yeah.
He's also one of those characters that is just one of those like, you keep that man happy and just let him do whatever he wants, be whatever he wants, because he could end all of existence if he wants. But yeah.
And do so in the greatest of British vernacular.
Oh yeah, he's a good old boy. Moving over into Marvel from last, we're looking at One World Under Doomed Gods. We're looking at this because I really like Doom in this one. For those of you not aware what Gods is, it was a Jonathan Hickman thing where it looked at two orders of magical beings. One was, I believe they have it in here, thank God, the powers that be and the natural order of things. So the powers that be was like science and magic, and the natural order of things was natural magic, which is what the main character Wynn is, an immortal being who is the avatar for one of the natural order.
The one above all,
yeah. No, the one above all is Hulk. We leave that version alone. And we look at Wynn, Doom, and one of Wynn's apprentices, Mia, because Doom takes her because the sun is getting ready to lose all its magical powers. Because the sun is protected by magical words, or else like demons would eat fire demons would just eat the sun.
Yep.
And the crux of the book is that Doom is often a better teacher than most people give him credit for, because he actually tells Mia point blank, you're not good at this. You're good at this. I can help you with this. And she's like, oh, this is what it's like to have an actual teacher. It was like, Doom's like, well, of course, it's Doom. Doom is the best of all things.
This is the whole thing. This is the whole thing of Doom. Doom sees potential in you. Doom is intrigued. Him, not so much. It's like,
he even agrees with him. It's like, yeah, Wynn's kind of a shitty teacher at times.
He said, how
Wynn's only defense, like, well, I'm immortal. You guys die within an instant of my blinking. I get attacked, but not really.
That part was funny, where it's like Red Wing could have taught you so much and yet treat you like a chained apprentice. I was like, this is the one times I hate Doom's writing, because you want to agree with it so freaking bad. It's like, do I find myself agreeing with Doom as he's literally teaching somebody on the fly how to use their magic? I was like, God, you know what? Great writing. It's always the great writing that'll have you looking at Doom and going, you know what? Maybe his way ain't so bad after all. Just daggone it. It's like, I do not want to like this man.
Yeah. And from running out last week, we got Ultimate Spider-Man 19. Again, the cover lies. Do not trust the cover. We are slowly closing out on this book, which I hate to death. We only get 5 more issues of this before this book ends.
That's the Ultimate's verse is done in a little very soon, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm so mad about that. So mad about that, because this book is so much better than normal Spider-Man. But we will say Ultimate Venom makes an appearance, and Peter may or may not be making a deal with the Mole Man. But the most important thing outside of Venom appearing properly is MJ and Peter finally sit down and start having the talk that has been needed to have since issue 2.
Right.
But again, since they are two well-adjusted adults in their 30s, they actually sit and talk, which is one of the best things ever. It's no crying or Peter going like, well, we gotta have this talk, but I gotta like go do another thing across the city because stuff is exploding. No, they literally said because I'm just like, I don't know what to do about Richard. I'm doing the best I can as a mother and a wife, but I need to know, are we good? Are we good?
Right.
What do I need to know about everything else? And Peter's like, well, and then the issue ends. But still, the fact that they can openly communicate as fully functional adults and as a fully functional parent couple and married couple is amazing.
I will sit there and say MJ has always been the problem, but in the Ultimate Spider-Verse, she's actually been the supportive one. She's kind of been she has been the ride or die in this.
She has been very patient with this entire thing, and all she asked for is like, just lay it out for me. That's all I gotta know.
But I do love that Venom just immediately listens to Peter. The Venom symbiote listens to Peter. It's like, whatever you do, don't move. Got it. What is he? He's like snitch. Who is he talking to? And Peter's like, I think he's talking to the suit. MJ, I don't give a damn. I was like, I kind of had flashbacks for a second. Just, I know how it feels like to say something. It's not directed at them, but yet you still catch a stray. But no, it's a good issue as far as where, MJ kind of has Peter now doubting Harry and Gwen at this point. He's like, I trust Harry. Do you trust Gwen? Well, Harry trusts Gwen.
Trust Gwen.
It's like, and there it is.
Oh, I'm so mad this book is ending.
And also, Mr. Negative would still make an appearance in this, but
yeah, he's there. Also, Mr. Negative is there. This is written by Jonathan Hickman, art by Martichetto, and colors by Matt Wilson. All new Venom from this week, Venom number 9. This is written by Al Ewing, art by Carlos Gomez, and colors by Frank DiMartia. This ends out the current arc of All New Venom. We know who everybody is. We know who the players are. We're wrapping up the thing with Doc Ock, but more importantly, the reason why so much focus is on this issue, MJ finally leaves whatever the hell his name is.
I saw so many people rejoicing about this one. It was like, hey, the worst relationship we've been forced to sit through is finally over.
And yet they thought this was a good idea. It's about as bad as putting MJ in the Venom suit.
I'll take that. If that's what it takes to get her to leave, that's fine. I'm fine with it.
It takes I'm sorry, I was gonna make a joke, but go ahead.
Yeah. It takes two. That's just in symbiosis.
You beat me by half a second. You beat me by half a second.
Some other things happen. Rick Stone is officially the current user of Sleeper. We currently don't know who the host. Can someone please explain why I should hate Paul? He comes out of nowhere. They apparently have mystical kids that vanish for no reason.
Right.
She's in a loveless relationship with him because he has ED. And willingly chooses to do nothing about it, and is just
Paul.
Yeah.
So
there's really nothing
poor,
to him.
Boring character who's a guy in a chair and used his science of symbology to give Mary Jane a roulette counter, but also willingly puts in a way to kill MJ through random chance.
It's just and also the jackpot character, which I wish we could forget.
No, that's fine. I mean, that was just going to be a thing that was going to happen regardless. I mean, she's not even the original jackpot. She's like the third jackpot.
Yes, but still, I like to forget it.
It's fine. It's even something they make fun of in the Marvel universe. in the Marvel Universe. Like, why get therapy when he can go throw on spandex and go punch a bad guy?
True. Fair.
So anyways, yeah, this wraps up. Toxin is now officially Agent Venom, even though Agent Anti-Venom is still
Inside
Flash
him.
Thompson, but he's holding the Anti-Venom back just so he can be the host for a little bit for Toxin, because we don't know what's going on with him right now.
Mm-hmm. It's still weird that
don't worry about that.
It's still weird that he can still hold back two actual symbiotes at the same time.
Yeah. The cool thing we see about the next arc is Venom's going to get a color change, and it's going to look like a giant version of Spider-Man, but he's going to look like Sensational Spider-Man, which is the Ben Reilly version of the costume.
And the jury's going to be out till I actually see it, because I'm already
in space for something. So MJ's going to space in just a bit.
I'm already 1 foot out the door on all new Venom, but we'll see.
Yeah. I'm only checking in periodically. Speaking of Amazing Spider-Man, this is what made. So, guys, this is the cover also lies to you once again, but this is what it feels like to read Amazing Spider-Man on an average basis.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to start laughing early. I'm sorry.
Well, yeah, he's got him in the reverse, the upside down Yamcha pose.
Yes, I don't mean to start laughing early, but go ahead, Joe. I'm gonna shut up.
This is written by Joe Kelly with guest art by Michael Dowling. Why Michael Dowling can't be the normal artist over Jalen Minja Jr., I don't know. But at least this is a wonderfully drawn issue. Colors are Marty Garcia. So this is fresh off the fight with Hellgate, who's a new character. But I have my suspicion this is not Peter in the book. Don't worry about Eddie Brock. Eddie Brock is Carnage right now.
Right.
He's over being the new. He's over being a Thunderbolt or a new Avenger.
Yeah. But still, him being the story in itself.
All through the book, we're seeing Peter do stuff, but he's not acting like Peter. I don't think that's Peter. I think that's Ben.
So is he doing his best Peter impression and failed, or
he's doing his best Peter impression and winning, because he keeps talking about certain things like, "Oh, I'm talking to my girlfriend." It's like, you're not seeing anybody right now. You got that one girl who you date on and off, but they already committed to the fact that they are friends that date. They are not boyfriend girlfriend, but he is clearly talking to a girlfriend at one point. He does not like Norman. Peter's okay with Norman these days.
You know what? As you bring that up, that does make a lot more sense. That does make a lot more sense in the story.
It's Ben. I guarantee you it's Ben.
Yeah, it's probably
so Catherine's up to something. And the other reason I've realized why it may be Ben, the last page in the spider thing, he's got the arm braces and the ankle braces on again.
You might be right. You actually might be right.
Oh, also, MJ turns up to tell Peter about Venom, and Ben's just like, "Oh, well, for a hot second, I thought you were wanting to get back together. It wasn't going to happen no matter what, anyways. But good for you. Now bugger off."
Nice.
But no, this is Ben. I bet it's Ben.
Yeah, probably right.
Which I'm okay with, because it goes, again, biased. I'm a Ben Reilly fan. Regardless of what he is now, that's fine. He can be. I'm okay with it because he is still playing a crucial thing that we do not have anymore. No, he was Chasm. He's still Chasm, but now he's masquerading as Peter, so he's Spider-Man again. But the important thing that we're doing here with Ben is is fulfilling the role that we don't have with Venom anymore.
Mm-hmm.
We do not have a dark Spider-Man. We do not have like an evil version of Spider-Man. We are doing that with Ben, and I'm okay with that right now. If he gets fixed later, that's fine. I'm okay with that. But right now, he is fulfilling the role we do not have that Spider-Man crucially needs. He does not have his dark counterpart, which is crucial in Spider-Man.
That's fair.
But this is still what it's like to read Amazing Spider-Man 9 out of 10 times. One World Under Doom. This cover does not lie. This actually does happen. So this is the main storyline, main story plot for One World Under Doom. Reed decides to debate Doom on TV, and of course, Doom. Reed is Reed, very much like the Pedro Pascal Reed of he's a facts person. He does not know how to appeal to the majority of people's empathy or feelings. He tries to appeal to cold hard logic while Doom being a ruler of Latveria and everything, knows how to talk to people, knows how to ingratiate himself to people's empathy and kind and love and support. That is until we learn through the espionage tactics of Black Widow, Sue, and Scarlet Witch, find out that the reason why Doom is so powerful right now is because he is literally draining the life force of everybody in Latveria to power his magic.
Think like a Matrix if you saw the battery farms.
Yeah.
And Doom's like, well, they willingly gave themselves up to me. It's Latveria. They're like your children.
I will say this though. I love the fact that the whole debate that Reed was losing because every counter Reed was throwing, Doom had an answer for it. And of course, until if it wasn't for the infiltration team getting actually that evidence, I think Doom may have actually had his victory. If the fact that he just took too much time gloating, I think he would have won the people over at that point. But no. But I think
he does literally tear a chunk out of Reed too.
Yeah, I mean, tears him apart literally as everybody is watching. I thought that was kind of on the brutal side, but yeah, I just love the fact that everybody got to see Doom for what he was, and Reed was kind of pulling a Ace Attorney for a second.
Yeah. This is written by Ryan North, art by R.B. Silva, and colors by David Crowell. Good read.
Yep, I recommend it.
Next up, we're looking at Uncanny X-Men with special guests Deadpool and Outlaw. This is written by Gail Simone, art by David Marquez, and colors by Matt Wilson. We get to go see the state. He said the city of New Orleans is contacting the X-Men about setting up a X Plaza in New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
And it is hilarious because they're like, oh yeah, no, the women love Gambit and Rogue. So let me guess, horny men and women.
Right.
Women also love Rogue. And then one of the things is a kid's place called Nightcrawlers and other stuff. The New Mutant kids are fine; they're doing their own thing. But Deadpool and Outlaw kind of infiltrate the Louisiana home and cause some problems, and Outlaw is nearly killed until everything calms down.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to the kids holding their own though. The kids really did hold their own as Deadpool's like, you have a horse? And it's like, when did I get a horse? Or just the fact that just Deathstream was like had a John Wick moment.
Oh yeah, he was gonna kill both of them. Like
they were all going to die. You killed my dog. You said not. You see Deadpool. You see Deadpool. No John Wick. Not a John Wick moment. Not a John Wick moment.
Also, my favorite thing about this is Deadpool's like, New Mutants. I hate New Mutants. Which further proves this book is just titled Uncanny X-Men for the sake of its selling. Because New Mutants only sells a certain degree. But this is just New Mutants, which I'm really okay with.
But with Deadpool, that was just funny. That part just killed me. It's like, we got hired to basically distract you guys, but you might want to go save the mutant that actually needs help.
Yes.
Of course, Jubilee, which I'll give her. Jubilee does get clowned upon, but nobody realizes she is a very powerful mutant. it's not just all sparkles and sunshine, as they
We
found
do
out.
see what she's like really capable of one time in Executioners.
Yeah.
When it's her, Laura, Boom Boom, and Dazzler,
Mhm.
and she makes a blast so strong she nukes her own hair and eyebrows off of her body.
Yeah. Which
She
again,
also can do that thing from X-Men 97 they brought into the comic book. She can make the plasma firework buzzsaws.
yeah,
So she can destructo disc.
that was still funny. But
Except
yeah.
hers are effective.
Yep. But still, good issue. Good issue for a good issue. You know, Deadpool was his usual self, but it's Deadpool.
And then we were supposed to look at Power Rangers, but we never could find it. So we're looking at Ghostbusters Dead Man's Chest number 3, written by David M. Booher. I love the fact that their main writer is a last name of Booher. Art by Aviv Orr and colors by Chris Peter. These current Ghostbuster comics are looking at the intervening time between Afterlife and Frozen Empire. So this is what's going on with the family in between those movies.
Okay.
Phoebe's got a friend. A ghost pirate ship was accidentally raised along with the crew and is currently haunting all of New York. Phoebe makes a new friend. And the new friend may be tied to the ghost captain in some way, shape, or form. And it's just a fun Ghostbuster book. I love it to death. I love how they write the Spengler Gooberson family.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so fun. They capture Paul Rudd's voice very well.
Okay, I'll have to get that. I'll have to go back and give that a shot.
Yep. And then that's it for books. Yay.
All right. Well, with that being said, folks, we are going to go ahead and wrap it up. We do thank everybody that liked, that watched, that shared, that let people know it's live. We certainly appreciate that. Before we get to shameless plugging, I do want to let people know where they can find things of that nature. I will start with the man, the myth, the legend. His legend never grows because folks reach out to him like he's a celebrity. So, Fire Eye, sir, you want people to know what you're up to and what you'll be doing and where you'll be at?
Hopefully streaming the Battlefield beta. I know it's open tomorrow, but again, hopefully our internet stops acting up. I might do another test stream after this tonight. Still running through Twilight Princess, working my way through Sonic and the Black Knight, which I think is very short and I might be done with in like one more stream. So trying to figure out what to pick up next after that. Debating between Throwback to Code Lyoko or finally trying the Titanfall 2 campaign. Thank you, Laney. Other than that, yeah, I'm here. Me and Joe are doing Ultraman. Just working on making my own stuff when I have time.
We had a sad episode last week.
Yeah, that was depressing. It was very much the killer be killed episode. He can't control himself. They put down old Yeller last episode. Also, we will be back on Blurred's Eye as of this week. So our hiatus has come to an end. Y'all can catch us Tuesdays and Thursdays again.
All right. Of course, he's not the only busy person. Joe, a lot of people know what you're up to and where they can find you, sir.
Well, Crowley falling asleep on the podcast, as we've seen. Hospital work's a hard thing, and then helping out a card shop after that's even harder. So, you know. Helping at the card shop, pretty much. So you'll find me over at Middle Tennessee Gaming Thursday nights, Fridays, and Saturdays. And Sunday nights after work. I'm there helping selling Pokemon, playing Cardfight Vanguard, playing HoloLive TCG, and playing Digimon. I finally finished all 5 decks, so no more Digimon decks for a while. They're so cheap, though. I may do another one, but probably not. At some point, I'll get back to streaming. I just beat Cyberpunk 2077 for the... God, I don't know how many a time. I have 423 hours in that game. I just live in Night City. We'll probably get back to some BattleTech or Mech Warriors stuff soon. It's just I got to find the time and the ability to stay awake because if I'm not cooking, I'm in the gym. If I'm not there, I'm at work. If I'm not there, I'm at the card shop. If I'm not there, I'm with Middle Tennessee API. Also go look into them and support them. good API Asian Pacific Islander community group where we go eat API places, owned places, and go and do fun things. I will be floating down the Harpeth on Sunday with them. It will be fun. I will be like a small fireball in the wilderness. Because I do not tan. I just burst into flames. For those wrestling in the wrestling community, I'm going to be like Buddy Murphy when Rhea Ripley decided to chop a monster.
Damn.
Other than that, eventually I'll go back to streaming. It's just really hard to again. Come to the YouTube. Still also Showa Guy Joe. Watch me and Tafari. Watch Ultraman Omega. We're enjoying it. It's fun. The cast is still very small. We just had one of those, as we said, old Yeller episodes where the monster is not an evil force of evil, but just a force of nature, be it good or bad, and sacrifices had to be made. Yeah, other than that, I'm just kind of everywhere. Yeah, my TikTok's a little bit more active because that's where I'm letting people know, hey, go watch Ultra Watch. Other than that, that's all I'm doing. Trying to stay awake. Not for long.
I mean, understandably, sir, you're a busy man. Well, before I do get to myself, I always, like I said, shameless plugging as usual. First and foremost, we do want to shout out APR TV. Why? Because our Get Bit podcast shows on there. APR TV is an app that can be seen on the Roku channel, Amazon Fire TV, along with other shows like Blurred's Eye View, for instance, can also be seen there. Go ahead and download it, watch it, enjoy it, share it, promote it, because we cannot be here without your support. So definitely check out APR TV. Also, check out blurrstation.com, guys. Again, we kept on saying that table is coming with our own content, our own entertainment, movies, television, things of that nature can all be seen there. $10.99 a month to stream Blur Station. Please go to blurrstation.com and sign up via the Blurred's Eye View Affinity membership. Anybody there at $10.99 a month, you will not be disappointed at blurrstation.com. As for yours truly, guys, please follow the Get Bit podcast, the GB podcast on all socials at YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. I myself, Black_Spartan615 on the socials. Like and follow me there. I am, of course, still running How the Frack We Got Here every Wednesday. Of course, Get Bit every Friday. I have finally decided when I'm going to start streaming on Xbox starting hopefully tonight. Wu Chang Fallen Feathers. I kind of got a little bit into it. It is a Souls-like game, so you get to watch me struggle and kind of cuss out things. Definitely join me there at Black_Spartan sometime tonight, and of course throughout the week. At the same time, guys, the links are still there for Facebook, for YouTube. Again, we cannot do this. We cannot do any of this without your support. We thank everybody that shared it. We thank everybody that liked it. Let people know about it. Again, support. And we are very appreciative of it. Cons are still going on. If you are headed to a con, please check out Safari TV for all the how-tos of a con. I myself have 3 simple rules. Rule number 1, respect the cosplayer at all times. Cosplay is not consent. Please treat people like human beings. It's not that freaking hard. Number 2, wash your ass. Yes, summer is slowly dying a painful burning death, but it's still hot outside. You go to these cons, there's next to nothing in room. There are still colds, coughs, and things out there still going on. Please, guys, hygiene is important. Please shower. Please brush your teeth. Please use mouthwash. Please use deodorant. Please wear clean clothes. Axe body spray does not cover everything. If anything, it magnifies your funk. Please wash your ass. And the third rule is the same rule that I have for myself as everybody else, guys. Be nice, be kind, talk, share, and discuss your fandoms. Don't be a dick, and we'll all be cool. At the same time, guys, it is the weekend. Fairly put, Dr. Squatch is your friend. No, it's not. Dr. Squatch supports that Sydney Sweeney and bump that, but that's a whole nother story. But guys, it is the weekend. I cannot stress this enough. We all want to relax, unwind, however you want to do it. I will say this with all the love in the world. Please make smart decisions. Nobody wants to be in jail over the weekend and wait to see a judge till Tuesday. Be smart about your decisions. At the same time, guys, don't doom scroll. Do things that make you laugh, make you happy. Check on your folks. Go outside and go enjoy nature. If you're going outside in this hot sun, please hydrate. But yeah, find something that makes you happy. It's all going to be fine. Trust me. At the same time, guys, as we are wrapping this up, we will hopefully be back here saying Get Bit Time, saying Get Bit Channel with news of the week. At the same time, let me also say this as well. Happy early birthday to my daughter Zuri. She will be turning 1 as of 10 minutes from now because her birthday is tomorrow. So again, and yes, I will be that parent. I will be that parent that's posting my baby daughter 1 year's birthday tomorrow. And I just want to go ahead and say it now to throw out in the interwebs. I love you, Zuri. You are my first and only daughter. You are the princess of the group, so you will get the princess treatment. But happy birthday, baby girl. That being said, fellas, any last words we call tonight?
Yeah, happy birthday, Zuri.
As Joe is muted.
Also, happy birthday.
Well, that being said, guys, I've been Spartan. He's been Joe. He's been Tafara. This has been the Get Bit Podcast for tonight, guys. Thank you all for watching. Please take care of yourselves and each other. And I promise somehow we'll get through this. Also, stay hydrated. The sun's trying to kill you. Peace.